not the head.
XC, who's it?
Not a politicians.
I hope you're good, guys.
Thank you, Chair.
I hope you're nice.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
What South Africans desperately want to know. And me.
I hope you're doing good, guys. I hope you're nice. I'm also good. Another day, you know, like we said, 2 lives per day, 500 subs before month end, before the end of March, and we just push. That's why I'm just gonna ask you, y'all watching, to please, guys, subscribe. Please help me grow this project that I've got a vision about. You know, I've had a vision actually, or there's a certain goal that I want to achieve with that particular program, which is Abutii and Bangan and Swara. So that's why I get Kopela, guys, again. With all due respect, please subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. Just click on the subscribe button. So either way, yeah, let's just push it. You know, it's not about me. It's just you're helping me, because I carry, just like business, there's a founder, you know, and there's a working financial manager. So I'm the one who saw the vision and whom is also saying that please come and let's help each other grow this program. So either way, if you're living sharp, just subscribe, click on the subscribe button, and then we'll continue, push, keep on moving, right? So hey, I was watching the ad hoc commit. Guys, it's a bomb. It's a bomb. I just want you to take a moment and just listen to the guy called Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, Ntlantla Mkhwanazi. I thought you can never beat this guy. Like, he's just so like, it's not surprising. We're just saying that it's a good thing, you know, when you get a high-ranking police/politician officer, you know, acting like that. You know, we're not saying that it's perfect. There are things that he doesn't do, or there may be illegal things still around or you know. But we're saying that from what we see, it's a bomb.
Is who exactly is the Big Five cartel? And while I understand and respect that criminal investigations are ongoing, I want to ask us.
I just want us to take a moment and listen, right?
Because for years I've been sending information to people and tip-offs. Entire cabinet.
Can you hear what?
Having a presidential intervention in my community. And it's business as usual. I could never understand.
Yeah. Because I want us to listen.
Today I understand. I have on my phone here dozens of messages I've been made a fool of for years to General Sipia, giving him tip-offs on drugs. They feed packets of.
The thing is, I don't want to fast forward anymore. I just want us to listen to the information what's being said. We can,
because the entire community has been criminalized. They arrest everyone.
It's important to remember that even though we listen and we just listen to this guy called Ntlantla Mkhwanazi, but we also have to listen to the information, right? Because of it's part of the information that is affecting me and you as a country. We're not getting service delivery because of some of the information, some of whatever is happening, some of what is being said going commission. So we also have to listen, because of information, level like a big five. And when they talk about it, it's a group of people, it's a group of mafias, it's a group of powerful people. Some are politicians who capture the system because of they've got money, because of that they're powerful like that. Vusimuzi Ket Matlala. Can name them. There's a guy below I want to mention, Morgan Maumele. This guy is a myth. This guy, or not a myth, he's a mystery. Hey, we just throw in words unnecessary myth. So he's a mystery because of he's not being talked about. Even though Joba confiscated in the transit high, but we like there's no feedback, there's no follow up on that. Actually, what is happening with this guy? And according to word on the streets, is that he doesn't want to be mentioned. They've investigated this guy a lot of times, but he's a mystery. Abam Gray, Naramagan, how? Our intelligence is failing to find a person. How? Asilor Banu Zama Dhala find a pick. We're talking about an entire intelligence at this country. A citizen. Sharp. We pass. So this guy is a mystery. Morgan Maumela is a powerful person. The president for the fact that Juba they stay in the same estate. Now, sharp, you can tell that there are these conversations that are happening that are shifting the process of service delivery. So that's why we have to listen. We have to pay attention to also the information, not just to watch and listen only to Ntlantla Mkhwanazi. Yes, we're listening to this guy. Yeah, true. He's got, But either way, please don't forget to subscribe, guys. Hi, the first person, please like to him. And South Africa, yeah. I'm in South Africa. So please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe. And just on the comment section, just mention where you're from. The bundles are running low. But yeah, on the comment section, just comment on where you're from. Your country, your province, just on the comment section. So and then we'll be keeping it
1 and 2 packets of tick. And they don't go after this rot
Shout out
that's
to you.
here because they are the rot.
I appreciate Shelly B.
So I needed to help me
I
here
will
this
appreciate
evening
it.
because
I
ons
will
kan nie
appreciate
wag vir nog 'n 10
Please
jaar
don't forget to subscribe. Yeah.
to uncover the mess and uproot it. My first question, what is the primary nature of the relationship between Sipia and Kat
I really
Matlala?
appreciate it. Like, it's nice to I'm not about positive. The moment you become negative as a person, ask yourself, when you see something good, compliment. You probably maybe you don't know part of the reason why this person will be able to push and don't give up. And maybe one day this person will be the very same person who you probably need help from because we've got access. We've been good as people to each other, humanity. So collab, just mention where you're from, the country in which you're from, the province. If you're from South Africa, you understand. Just on the comment section. So it's perfect to ask is I yap a lot, cover too much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's listen.
What we understand, the relationship will be
Relationship between Sipia and Kat Matlala.
the relationship between Sibiya, the general, and Ntlantla.
What we understand,
So,
the relationship
whatever. We are the Rainbow Nation.
will be that of a police officer protecting someone that's a criminal, which is got history.
So what? Ntlantla Mkhwanazi, guys, please don't listen to the cows, ne? I'm sorry, please don't listen to the cows. Let's focus here. Yeah, those ones they're busy. They're busy. But let's focus here, ne? Yeah. It's a disclaimer because I know. They're busy with that thing. Just ignore them. Ignore the kumtu and focus here.
And different criminalities, not just one, but it's a criminal relationship between the two.
Let me add to that. Sibiya, DNC, second in charge in this country, accused of receiving money from Ntlantla, being the most senior SAPS official in the cartel. Am I correct?
He's the most feared by another generals.
So he's the most senior and he's the most feared in the cartel. Leaked confidential information through Sergeant Nkosi to give Ntlantla and Mkhwanazi, Msibi, and others. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Brought in Rashid Ismail for kidnapping as a so-called expert. Am I correct?
That's a name, correct?
That's a name.
Yep.
Honorable Matthias asked you earlier on, who was the investigating officer? I put it to you, that investigating officer that Sibiya was introducing to the families of the victims that were being kidnapped is this man, Rashid Ismail.
We've got on record his transfer money payment with Sangi.
Who is Sergeant Kosi?
He's a detective that works at the head office.
Am I correct that he acted as an errand boy, intermediary for General Sibiya and members of the cartel?
He's one of the runners, as we had depicted on our sketch that we projected earlier.
At my earlier sketch, he collected money from criminals, worked in organized crime unit, but was effectively detached to run Sibiya's errands, collected bags of money and packages from Molefe's house. Am I correct?
There's a person who's been moving around a lot between the group of people.
Okay. Did Sergeant Nkosi, on behalf of Sibiya, collect money from members of the cartel, such as Kat, Molefe, Msibi, and others?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't have evidence of money, but what in his own words said to me, he's been moving things between them.
I already touched on this. I'm getting ahead of myself. Who exactly is Rashid Ismail?
I don't know who the person is, but he, of course, even said he's an expert in kidnapping. I don't know who's.
But you've heard this name before.
Yeah, well, when the team were investigating and they saw that payment, they told me.
Guys, listen to this guy very properly. Ne? When he answers, he doesn't say I. Like Mutei, you understand. And what's even fortunate for him is that the fact that he doesn't take time to answer. And at the same time, he's not reading. Maybe he has some sort of like prep that he prepared, just to get the important points, maybe of some of the things that he has to mention. But he's not too focused on that. He's so organic. And the interesting part, like I said, is when he answers, he's not saying I. He says, based on the research, the team, when they, but again, what narration, the first person, third person, somewhere. Correct me if I'm wrong.
We're investigating and they saw that payment. They told me who the person is. Otherwise, I did not know about it.
A payment between?
That Rashid and Dangi, the person that is has been a suspect of kidnapping and known as a kidnapping kingpin in Mozambique.
Okay. What is the nature of the relationship between Sibia and Rashid?
I see it. Yes,
Sibia and Rashid.
From what I gathered is that they are friends.
you know, sometimes it becomes funny and it's just how it is. Like, you're a content creator, ne? And you always tell people to like don't skip. Maska speak, but no. We're not going that path. Maska skip by the ads. You're like, please guys, please don't skip the ads. But when it comes to you now, when you're on the YouTube and ad feed are like, I skip. So I wonder sometimes it becomes unreal, you know, but you just understand that sometimes, yeah, the ads they are lapisha. I couldn't look at too focused. Yeah, there are those times where you'll just be like, let me just leave it, you know, it fades. You know, so we actually have to practice what we preach. What we ask you all to do, we should also do it to other people. Right? When we ask you all to please subscribe, I should subscribe to other people. You know, sometimes, like, you don't have to like the content, bro. It's not about liking the content, you know, what the person is talking about or posting about, but it's just being like, you know, let me just give the person a sub. Because as you're running the feed, you know, it gives you different videos from different categories. So sometimes you're just like, oh, okay, this person is pushing. You kind of like go in the profile and just see what the person is doing. You know, you don't have to like the content. You just leave a sub. You're like, oh, push. All right. So sometimes it's not about because of I don't like the content or I like it, but it's just to say if the person is asking for it, why not, bro? It's just a subscribe, but you just press it. That's why I'm gonna also ask Yoga to please subscribe. I'm good. And how are you? That's why I'm also gonna ask you to please subscribe, guys. You know, I always say this. I'm like, it's not about liking the content or what, but it's just, you know, being like, oh, you've got one from me. You understand? And the point is, I should also do it to other people. Like I'm the one now asking to for you to subscribe. I'm asking for less subscribe. So then now when I bump into some profiles or channels, I should also do the same. Even if I don't like the content, just leave a sub. Then the person grows. Because as we say that we want to be dependent from the government, we should support each other at ground level. You know, we should have that support at ground level. Like my sister, my brother, push. You've got my support. Sometimes you go an extra mile to support a person, which is not bad, bro. Support. You know, support. Now we're growing. You know, and we'll stop complaining ka government. Oh, hey, late service delivery. Hey, prices now are high. Hey, what? No. Because I know that I've got my customers, I've got people who just want to support me. And I understand. So please subscribe, guys. Please. Let's continue with Ntlantla Mkhwanazi.
Friends working well together
I'm
dealing
good, and how are you,
with
Chris?
kidnapping cases.
So let me say this to you. So-called expert involved in kidnapping cases abroad, linked to Sibia, who facilitated his appointment by families to negotiate ransom. This is what Sibia does. And allegedly received kickbacks when the families pay. This is Sibia. This is his guy. He's not even registered. What is the nature of the relationship between General Richard Shibiri, Kat Matlala, Molefi, and Msibi?
What we gathered from the investigation, all members, is that Shibiri was the head of organized crime in Gauteng. When he started investigating issues that touch these drug kingpins, his life was threatened. So he then had to ease up and join the crew. So that what led into him being moved from Gauteng and elevated to be the head of organized crime at the head office.
And Shibiri is the one who tipped off Ntlantla about the December operation at his house.
I know of Sergeant Kosi who did that. I'm not so sure about Shibiri's role.
Received money from Ntlantla, 70,000.
Yeah, well, according to the money that was moved to him in order to pretend as if he did not receive the money.
Yeah, my people. Official Minecraft, I good, brother. I gotta give time for them, They are long-standing supporters of the regime. That's why the regime is changing now. I good, brother. How are you feeling? Nah, bro, I'm feeling okay. Nothing much. I'm just running with it, bro. Um, what I understood is consistency pays. When you become consistent in something and working on a goal, it pays. But there are times where you just have to also release some things. You also have to kind of release a certain energy because of as you keep on working, as you keep on pushing, you take out a lot of yourself, to a point whereby sometimes it's even hard to just chill without working, because when you chill, you don't know, you don't know what you should be doing, because you're just out. It's a lot. So Mara, I'm good, bro. I'm just moving with it. I'm also maintaining my mental, psychological health. Sometimes you don't have to lose yourself. Just maintain yourself, because you can lose yourself. You know, work so much. Well, I'll give you rest. It will how to shut her down. Or this person with like anxiety. But this person with like anxiety, he's just been releasing a lot of energy, waking. No time to rest, my brother. Hey, my brother, this is the real life thing. People die. So you sometimes have to switch off everything and give yourself, a time in the day, or maybe a day, to kind of like release and just go back to the drawing board. So to answer your question, I know now we love explaining. We want to put a picture for you to understand. That's why I'm explaining. I had to go there to explain. But now when you've moved to another question, and now we're still explaining that one. Sometimes we talk a lot. We play Roblox. Now I haven't tried it. Like I said last time, Gary, I I got it. You know, I got the app. I downloaded it sharp profile. I can register sharp, but I haven't. I say keep like sit down and be like, but I'll try it out. I'll try it. Just that sometimes I don't have enough time for you know Kukrelo, I'm doing a lot, at the same time. Besides these guys, so there's certain things that I do. I'm a very online person, I'm a very online person. I understood that, you don't have to, there are alternatives to succeeding, so you can choose, you've got options. Not like before, by go to school, get a job, sharp, be employed, hit 60, pension, then about for children, you are worth the time you've spent in that company. What the buffer? 5 million. It's your girl or way now. Your labor on its own. You as labor, you may be sure it's fine. It's your exploitation, slavery. This thing is happening. A lot of companies, bro, are exploiting people. That's why they've given it a name. Baifililina. Marke capitalism. Hmm? Marke capitalism. So we have to understand when they mention the name I sharp feel, it is there. So you can't form any, you can't form any, what can I say, protest or something against it. It's so difficult to be against it because it's like, dog, you have no choice. So can you send me 900 Robux, please? I don't know that. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I want official Minecraft. I must say I'm so locked in. You understand? So I don't. I've given myself my mind to just push Mangwisha. Yeah, there are times where you get to playing a game. Like last time I was playing FIFA, right? Just give yourself time to just release and be free. You understand? Then after that, we continue moving. So let's continue with Ntlantla Mkhwanazi.
Did not receive the money as if it was a loan. He transferred it back, but he got it cash.
And he is the head of SAP's organized crime.
That's correct. He's the one appointed at panel that was chaired by Charasbia.
I need to breathe. What is the relationship between Feroz Khan and Sibia?
I'm not so sure, but as far as I could hear in the past was that it looks like the relationship was not that good because at one stage, Sibia had recommended disciplinary steps against Jarrah Khan. But over time, they found convergence around the minister, and then they started working together.
Okay, now we've seen these pictures over the last couple of days. Witness testimony at Ntlantla, including WhatsApp messages, suggests a special relationship between Khan and Matlala. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Matlala also allegedly claimed to have provided financial favors to Khan.
That's correct.
Including a claim that Khan demanded 2.5 million but was paid 500,000.
That's correct.
There are also allegations regarding Khan's use of a penthouse in Mainland.
I heard about that.
Khan is said to be linked to Malema and has been pictured at the same house as the hitman linked to Witness D. This is what's on social media.
That is correct.
What do you have to say about that?
Well, I know they're close. I know Mr. Malema through Khan myself.
What do you know about General Feroz Khan's alleged relationship with individuals linked now to illicit cigarette smuggling, drug dealing, and kidnapping?
Well, it's no secret.
Let's take a moment, nah? What do you think about people who are involved in illicit cigarettes? And remember that CIC was posed with accusations of dealing with illicit cigarettes. And guys, now I believe that these politicians are doing dirty things to make money. They are actually the ones corrupting the country. They are actually the ones killing, and the problems that we have in the country, not personal problems as people, but problems of this country. Part of it are being created and done by our leaders. That's just the reality. The time has passed where we just have to be surprised, like, corruption, president. No, we know that. But busy man. So here's the follow-up question from the lady, Honorable James, asking Mkhwanazi about. No, actually, he was telling Mkhwanazi as she was reading about his relationship with Julius Malema. Mkhwanazi working or now Julius Malema, I know him from the police official Khan. Yeah, Khan, exactly. Sharp. The follow-up question from that is, what do you think about people Bolorba Dilaga illicit drug, illicit cigarettes, and drug, what dealings. Huh? You gotta be smart, bro. You gotta be smart.
drug dealing, and kidnapping.
Well, it's no secret that Khan had accompanied those individuals during one of the EFF gatherings, political gathering celebrations in Johannesburg. So from there, we could deduct that they've got a close relationship beyond what then the investigation has revealed afterwards.
Do you know about the relationship between Sibia and Stuart Shanik, who appeared alongside him in this very house?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what links the two of them, but I did see the video.
Stuart Shanik, criminal with 34 criminal cases, 18 of which resulted in guilty findings.
Please don't forget
Claims
to
he
subscribe,
rented
guys.
his
Please
bulletproof
don't
car
forget
to
to
Sibia
subscribe.
for
Leave a sub,
60,000
leave a
rand a
like,
month.
and let's leave a comment.
Yeah, well, we are investigating
Tell us
that
where you are from,
Mr.
where
Charlotte's
you-
about
where
many
you're
other
watching
things.
from.
So when the
Nam,
relationship
South
started,
Africa, South
and
Africa.
the nature of the relationship, that I cannot confirm.
Okay. Let me move beyond SAPS. We're connecting the dots. Who exactly is Steve Mutsumi and what is he involved in?
I still don't know who Mr. Mutsumi. That's why this morning I still asked Sergeant Kosi, who is this Steve Mutsumi?
Could he be the possible principal of the cartel, not the head?
What I know is that the person who was very close, was one of the inner circles of the late Mr. Mswazi.
He's a very powerful figure within and outside the police and possibly linked to influencing the appointment of provincial heads of the Hawks.
That's information we've gathered.
Who is Z Kumalo? And are you aware of what he is involved in and why he's involved with directing SAPS investigations and has access to confidential SAPS
I almost
information?
thought they're talking about Zing.
What we became aware about who is Z is, was that he is a person that
When this report came out, it struck the mind in a different way. Up until like, oh, that's Numalu, and this one is Kumalo. Yeah, you would think that it's Numalu. No, my brother, she is legit.
was working very
Please don't
close
forget
with the
to
late
subscribe,
Mswazi.
guys, and leave a comment.
And
of
as a
where you're
person
from,
who was
where
the
you
brain
watching
behind
from.
the taxi finance, he was managing the taxi finance under Santaco. So that's a relationship that we know of him. We've seen on the WhatsApp chats now about the case that he had opened and the communication then between him and Sergeant Kosi and them. But to what extent is involvement, that we cannot say what else that he does. But we know him as a person who's been running the taxi finance as a business within Santaco.
Very influential, tender fraud, corruption, linked to Sergeant Nkosi, allegedly demanding and directing investigations through Sibia's office.
Yeah, well, we don't have evidence of that yet.
Was in contact with Suleiman Karim and others linked to the cartel, including Msibi. Linked to those characters.
What I'm aware of is that he connects with many people. There are many politicians that he communicates with. So whether he's part of the squad that has been investigated, we don't have that on record as yet.
Who is Suleiman Karim?
Suleiman Karim comes to the picture because of the communication between him and Ket Matlala regarding that contract in the police, the health contract. We learned that I don't know if he's still a secretary or is a former secretary of a political party in Northwest, but he's a businessman in Northwest.
Did he pay Cat? He's the financier. Did he pay Cat 10 million and was almost a silent partner in the 360 million tender? They're saying they can't hear? Yo, imagine. Suleiman paid Cat 10 million and was a silent partner in the 360 million tender. Involved in Morgan, Maumela, and paid him money involved with. Received information about Matala's contract.
Morgan Maumela. And I think it's Msumi now. These people don't want to be mentioned. Hmm?
And is linked to Brown Mkhwanazi and the Minister of
bomb.
Police. Am I correct?
Yeah, honorable members, maybe you might want to also somehow, I don't know how you're going to do this, but engage with the Madlanga Commission, because they've got analysts, they've got more of this information that have been extracted from communication between people that are forensic evidence that might help you to make a better decision going forward, which you're asking me about it now is not in front of me. I might confirm some of the things, some of them I might make a mistake because we take it from what sometimes we hear on the media. But there is money communication between them.
That's
Or many transfers between them.
Do you know Jerry Boshoga? And what is the connection between Jerry, Kat, Sibia, Molefi, Mkhwanazi, Steve, and Suleiman?
I'm not so sure about all those that you have mentioned. There are some of them partly that I know that there's been issues of drugs, and there are some of them that is issues obvious of taxes involvement.
I've got is a drug
Please don't forget to
manufacturer,
subscribe, guys. Please
manufacturer
don't
and
forget to
distributor
subscribe. Click on the subscribe
involved in
button.
sophisticated criminal syndicates since 2012, accused by Kat Ntlantla of manufacturing drugs on his farm, owed multiple drug syndicates money, which may explain why he was abducted and tortured.
That's information that we have as part of the investigation.
Morgan Maumela, what is his relationship with Kat, General Sibia, Molefe, Suleiman?
So again, honorable member, I cannot necessarily tell what is the nature of the relationship, but I know that the team have got some communication. The routing team has got some communication between them that seems to suggest that there's some business transactions happening.
And I mean, I've gotten, like, you're just asking me things that would be easy for you to find. You just go to the Madlanga Commission, you request for the evidence so that you can compile your whole thing. You know, for the people to be persecuted. Now because of you are getting paid to come to parliament and just talk. And now you just want to ask unnecessary questions. Because of you've got a salary of being a member of parliament. Now you just have to ask unnecessary questions. It's not a parliament man. What is the, I mean, Pelamola, it's a place where you'd hear a question like, what is the relationship between Mr. President, what's the relationship between you and your wife? Like how? What parliament did you have?
Between them, that seems to suggest that there's some business transactions happening.
The scouting team that everyone has been looking all over besides in there. Morgan is a tender fraud and also involved in corruption, implicated as a key figure that's linked to General Sibia. I'm not even sure why Sibia is still getting paid. Implicated as a key figure in the 2 billion Tembisa hospital tender scandal. Correct?
We heard about it, yes.
Linked to 41 companies involved in major tender fraud. Named in SIU reports and has appeared in the Madlanga Commission, accused of running a...
And worst part, ne? You'd find that some of those companies that are involved, 41 companies that have got tenders with the government, Okralur, there are companies on paper.
Tender network that influenced the awarding of government healthcare contracts to companies linked to him. Almal and Sibiasa basket. And then we have Ignatius Pello. What is the relationship with the same list of characters that I've been mentioning? Kat, Molefe, Swazi, Karim, and this guy. Do you know who he is?
No, I'm not sure.
Have you established why the deputy president of the Patriotic Alliance, Kenny Kunene, was at Katiso Malefwe's house at the time of his arrest?
No, I didn't get the details as to the reasons for him being there.
I'm asking this because pictures have surfaced showing Kunene with individuals such as General Sibia, Msibi, who was at the house of an alleged murderer and crime kingpin, Molefe. And this is why I'm asking.
The big dogs. Big five.
Yeah, people do have relationships that are informed or influenced by something. At times we'll know, sometimes we won't know. So I guess as the team is investigating, we're able to uncover the truth of the relationship.
I'm just making sure the team has all the names with these question marks.
Now, guys,
Yep.
when you think about it, this guy called Katiso Malefwe. Okay, about corruption and fraud. But when you think about the mindset that Katiso Malefwe has, the type of life he's living, that guy, he's a murderer and he's a crime boss. I just want to talk about that part where you harm people physically. You can tell that this guy has been through a lot. He's been in the streets, you know. He has seen, man, you know. He has done, you know, all what the streets require you to do. You probably maybe has been part of it. And now, as he keeps on working, as he keeps on maybe creating the crime, committing the crimes, doing that, murder, whatever, he's now known and he's got like respect from the local community. And now you can run a couple of businesses from the money that you take, money that you get from crimes, murderers. Or maybe he was once a hitman. It's possible. It's possible. Because that guy was given bail, Joe, on charges that you wouldn't even dare to get a bail. But nine schedule what? Joe, the committee, the require, the involve attempted murder, crime, or and kidnapping if I'm not mistaken. Then you get bail. Just like that. That guy has got money. You look at a bail of 50,000, not like half. Look at a bail 100 clipper, not like half. That's why Ali Mafia. That's why Ali top 5. And for maybe 100K's change compared to the amount that he might be having. That's about we can talk about the Forbes list, people being billionaires, Elon Musk. There are guys who've got money like shit. Like let's talk about the cartels. Joe, the cartels are making money like nobody's business. Go na le billion tsa di-billion tse di tsamayang. Go na le billion tse dintsi le mo Mzansi. Di-billion tse dintsi le gore the returns of the money are from crime. Blood money. So unfortunately, it is the world. It is how it is. It is how it is. It's bad, it's sad. You become, you try to be a very whistleblower. If they see like when now, you'll stop them from achieving, they kill you. Right? You know. And for them, it's business. Right? It's crime, but for them, it's business. I tell you, say, brother, this is legit business. All right. So when they've shifted from looking at it as crime, but it's about the money. It's about, I just want to make money. you start not to care about humanity, people, because of the money. But it is what it is.
No stone left unturned.
So far, all what you are reading out are on the pie chart of the team.
My concluding point: when one considers the individuals named and the allegations already before this committee, can you confirm whether the cartel at the center of all of this is responsible for a coordinated network of complex criminal activity, including, because if I research all of these people, it's like a company, I said this yesterday, with various departments. Drug manufacturing and distribution is but one of the departments, how this cartel operates. It's all interlinked. The people that I've mentioned here possibly linked to the country's cash in transit heist. Am I correct?
Not possible, they are.
They are.
Yes.
Not possible.
Kidnapping and ransom.
So this guy confident. Honorable James says, this guy is the big five. Your Katisomole, your Vusi, Ket Matala, you can name them, Karim. So she poses a question and says, so these people could be involved with cash heist money, drugs, drug manufacturing, actually, not just drug distribution, but drug manufacturing. So they manufacture drug. Once upon there was a farm, and I believe the farm is alone, drug is being farmed or manufactured or produced, whatever that is. So Mkhwanazi are not possible. They are confident.
Ransom.
Yes, they are.
Because
Listen.
Possible, they are.
the people that I've mentioned here possibly linked to the country's cash in transit heist. Am I correct?
Not possible, they are.
They are.
Yes.
Kidnapping and ransom.
Yes, they are.
Because this very guy by the name of Mr. Ishmael, he was also introduced by General Sibia to Jerry's family to
That's
assist. That was involved in this Nike, what do you call him?
Nangi.
Yes.
Yes, I'm told he gets
Nangi,
introduced by the police to different families that their families have been kidnapped.
Yes.
They always introduce him.
So he gets introduced as an expert, saying he can help you find and trace your family member. The family pays millions. And guess who benefits?
That's correct.
Drug manufacturing and distribution on the list.
Yes, ma'am.
Contract killings. Hitmen for hire.
That's correct.
Something. When we speak about hitmen for hire, the AK-47 used in the murder of...
So one of the cartels, or maybe some of the cartels, they're having carries whom people can come and hire. I come to you and hire someone who works for you, who kills people, to come and kill people. So you've got a person who works for you, who goes around. His job is to kill people, and that person is employed. That person is employed. So one of the top 5 guys has a company where he's got a listed hitmen. Like this one, he kills, but I know his job is just out of 10 would give him a 3. Mara, we have this guy This one, if you don't have a phone, you are a mystery, but he will find you. So one of the guys has got a company. Yeah, but to that pay.
Of Armand Swart, we mustn't forget this, was also used in the murders of DJ Somebody, DJ Ventos, and Don Ntlantla. Am I correct?
That is correct. That's why Mlifa was arrested with all those murders and given bail more than once already.
Why DJs?
Because that's where the drugs are sold. For those that are partying, they're always in the clubs.
Tender and procurement corruption, part of.
So basically, DJ Somebody was becoming a problem to Mlifa's business. This thing is in two ways. One, it could be because maybe DJ Somebody didn't want drugs to be sold in his club. Right? That's the first scenario. So now the guys would actually switch him off because of maybe find that he's got a market, he's got a demand, and they're looking for where people are. So they will approach these club owners. Find that your club, like every day is popping, every day is a vibe. So drug cartels look for these places. And they tell you that if you don't want us to eat with you the cake, then we'll take one of the family. You have no choice. You allow them to come and they're like, oh, don't worry, we have our guys who will sell. Why not just allow us the space? Provide us with the storage. And that's why I'm saying, yes, somebody, it's a habit. Maybe because he didn't want drugs to be sold. Or maybe he started, maybe there were misunderstandings in terms of the business that they were doing, both of them. Only if DJ Somebody was part of the drug scheming thing. So, Ikhabit and Katiso Molefe was arrested for that. And these guys, or maybe the big five, sharp operator drug, but we look for someone who can solve this problem for us. This person who's got a company of hitmen. It's like, if there's a problem with our business, let's switch him off. But it's the business. Switch him off. Then Malata Manka Disomolefe, Malata one of his guys. Yeah, I wanted that hit, Joe. They get you right at the robot. Guys, this world is very, very bad, eh? Hey, what if you start now stepping on certain toes? My brother. The conversation is simple. We don't have to go there and come back. Switch him off. They're talking about taking your life. Switch him off. That's why they say that, man, you have to be mindful. You have to be mindful of your steps. How are you stepping, bro? How are you stepping? Because you'll step on toes that le ge ba re modimo na la rena mara modimo wa re botsa gore mola le tsebe gore lefase le o na le nna o na le Satan, and tse le tlo di dirang tse le gore ke tsa lefase tse dintsi or nto situation e o e fitlha ba ile lefase, but you forced to do it. You'll get hurt. You'll be banned. You'll be switched off. You'll be killed. So why not find peace? Don't do it. Look for peace, and I'll protect you. But if you disown yourself from me, you distance yourself from me. How do I protect? Because of his, I will try and tell you. Remember that God doesn't come to us but signs will come. So yeah, someone may say, and I'm just gonna step on those toes. They're still making money. There are people who talk, yes, like publicly. Mara, aba stupid men so horrible push a business ya bona di drug. They're just talking. But don't know warn. They'll just give you a warning. But now the moment you start to disturb their business, it becomes a problem. So please listen to words. So that's why, hey, guys, and be good, man.
Tender and procurement corruption, part of the offerings, I can call it that.
Yes, they do. Honorable members, as I said earlier, this group that we're investigating might not necessarily be the most powerful in the country. There are many others that we're not talking about. But this one come to the radar because they wanted to control government.
That's it.
Others might be running it without interfering much with government, dealing with the junior police officers on the ground. But these ones wanted to capture the scene of the police.
This guy knows the system. There are guys underground who are making money, bro. Billionaires, millions of rands. But this one's problem. That's why, and he's right when he says, let's not think that these ones are the most powerful in the country. But the problem with them, they interfered with government activities, and now they become just like he said, they become public on the radar, like he said. So push underground. The guys are just using my local police officers. Or I want to pass my thing. So the roadblock or this guy did tell her. This guy was a roadblock. Yeah.
And dealing with the junior police officers on the ground. But these ones wanted to capture the scene of the police and the very high level security cluster officials so that they can get away around, and politicians, unfortunately.
Taxi-related crime, part of the investigations.
That's correct.
Bribery, extortion and racketeering, fraud and money laundering. Had you not done what you did, I said this earlier on, I would still be sending tip-offs to many of these people that I've mentioned. I cannot believe that to date we have suspended them and we are still paying them salaries.
They're still getting paid.
It's a shame.
Mang.
I thank you for your bravery.
Thank you so much.
I thank you for vindicating the many communities that have said we have officials that's corrupt. We couldn't connect the dots. We were fighting, we were camping ourselves outside the homes of drug dealers, collecting our stuff that our children steal from us. We were hitting down the doors of lolly lounges, fetching our girls out of those lounges that was exchanging their bodies for drugs. We were picking up abandoned babies because of drugs in our communities.
It's bad.
The new scourge destroying the youth of South Africa. I speak today without fear or favor. I'd rather speak than to live a life with someone that is on drugs. It is much worse. Bless you for your bravery. I haven't had motivational words for anyone who's appeared before this committee. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Nah, guys, we just gotta salute Ntlantla Mkhwanazi. It's good not to focus on the imperfections. It's not good to focus on on that. Let's put that aside. And let's just focus on what he did. Yeah, Barumo perfect, but now when he does something good, let's give him the compliments. Let's give him the support. Right? Just like we are as people, not perfect. So looking at what he did, Joe Pella, phew, that guy, Joe, that guy is brave, guys. He's brave in this world today, where once you speak, you get killed. You know, it goes to show the type of belief he has in what he believes in. That he believes that the superpower that he believes in will protect him. This thing is a superpower, guys. This thing has energy, this thing has spirituality. You can't stop, you can't destroy energy, Joe. So that's why in simple terms, it's a superpower. Superpower. For the youngins to understand, it's a superpower. Believe. I'm a believer. I believe in God. I believe in this. I believe in this. You can't destroy energy, Joe. So whether you like it or not, if I believe that God will protect me when I do good things, what's supposed to be done, He will protect you. Because of like He says in the scriptures, He says, believe in me and I will bless you and I will be with you. Believe and agree and acknowledge me only if you allow me. He's not forcing anyone. He's saying, test me and I'll show you. Try me and I'll show you what I'm capable of. Right? He says, give your all to me. Give, born, your life belongs to me. Give your life to me and I'll show you what I'm capable of. And understanding that you can't destroy energy, God will do what He promises us to do. He will do what He has promised to do. Because of it's just what when He acts, when He's there, you can have the energy, you can feel the energy. You know that our name. So just like Ntlantla Mkhwanazi, actually what he believes in, he mentioned that he's not much of a Christian. So what he believes in, my brother. If you are a person who's just thinking that I deserves to die, I just forget. He will die. Yes, he will die as people. But when you're not done with what you're supposed to do, in this world, you will not die. God will not take you when the time has not yet arrived. He will take you when the time is arrived. But now the people who die before the time, it's because of we distance ourselves from God. And what He says, we are not, just like I said, Joe, I was on live yesterday and I was like, God is like a parent. The parent will never disown you. But the moment you disown yourself, you are far from a parent. So the protection, like protection becomes lacking. So just like God and your parent, He's your parent. The moment you distance yourself, how do you distance yourself? With what you do. Don't do this. Don't go there. Don't. You understand? And now, like, I'm doing it. Sizobona. God says, try me and I'll show you. Test me and I'll show you. Right. So, it's about belief. And that's why I just want to give a shout out to Lieutenant General Ntlantla Mkhwanazi. Now, what he's done for big, it's so big. It comes once in a while, bro. Comes once in a while. You know, the day he said it, you'd expect him to be dead the following day, because he stepped on certain toes. So, but we just thank God that and his ancestors that he's still safe, protected. Yes, he may say he doesn't. It's like there's not a Christian, but at the end of the day, there's just God, and even our ancestors, and even our angels, when they die, I don't know what they said, going to heaven or what. Right? So the concept that they brought, the imaged God to him, it doesn't work. So because remember, it was brought in a way, Lore. It it has to change our level of thinking, about God. What is God? But if you've been into the spiritual world, you kind of understand that okay, it's a theory, it's a concept, it was formalized by people. You understand? Certain people came together and they formalized it. But also they bring with it the image of what God is and what heavens look like and what happened. So people subscribe to different ways on how to get to God. Christian is one of the ways. Buddhism is one of the ways. Traditional African traditional culture. It's one of the ways. Sometimes there people are like, do I think I demon? I'm like, yo, bro, yes. Yeah. And I've subscribed to, subscribed. Oh, yeah, it's tough, guys. We are fighting. Yeah, we are waking. That's why you have to subscribe, man. Because it's tough now. To be, hey, it's fine. So now I subscribe to a different culture within the spiritual space, which is all the apostolic church, and it has got its rules and its whatever. Which, for me, when I look at it, because of now, I've been in a broad space of spirituality whereby you just look at the core aim and the core purpose or the source of it. Like, okay, here's the source, and now there are branches to it. So with me being there now, when I get into it, I just like, okay, let me just find a way on how, because when you're there, before you choose a way, you kind of like become confused, and it's easy for you to lose yourself because it's like you end up wanting to start your own thing, which is kind of like, oh yeah, but dog, come on now, yeah, you can do it. It's a choice, but so you choose a certain way. That's how you're gonna move, you know. That's how you're gonna move, and that's why I got luckily for now. I've been in that spiritual world in a broader way. I was just learning. I was just looking. I was just observing. I gave myself a break. I think that time I was not going to church, but I believed in God. I believed that in whatever way that I'm doing right now, I'm also there with God. I'm communicating with God. Yeah. So I went into the space as a learner, trying to understand the spiritual one, and I got to understand it. That's why now it's certain things that happen, in my church nowadays. I just like, okay, yeah, but and you end up being that guy who's got a lot of politics. But I don't bring out that. I don't mention some of those things. I just look and I'm like, okay, so this is the way that it is built. Like that's why about it, it's the rules of the church. It's the rules of being a Christian. That's how you have to be. Those rules are formulated by people. So it's just one of which we don't have to put each other down because of religion now, saying this and that. It's your God is one. Mdimo Gamate. How you serve him, how you pray to him, it doesn't matter. What matters is Joe, like Mdimo Gamate. So let's also not shame other religions. But no. At the end of the day, they get what they want. They achieve what they should be achieving spiritually more often. I understand. So it's it's things that we just have to understand. And being a child of God, there are certain things. Don't pressure yourself, man. God is your parent, bro. God is your parent. That's just how simple it is. So yeah, we've been in for 1 hour, guys. Yo, I've realized something that actually we can do also like 2 hours, 3 hours. But the problem is now, people have got things to do, and I also have got like things to do. So, hence for now, guys, take care of yourselves. Be blessed. Don't forget to pray, love yourself, and please don't forget to subscribe. Just click on. If you haven't subscribed, just go and check. Like, damo check, damo. If you haven't subscribed, just please do me a favor and subscribe. As we are on the road to 500 subs before the end of March, so help us grow the the program or the channel. I didn't want to use the word channel. I wanted to use a very meaningful word, you know, to show how serious it is. But either way, guys, be good and be blessed. For me, to like I always say, God be with you, and I'm out.